We're at the Independent Show 2022, and we're with Darren of United Communications in Missouri. We first met, almost 11 years ago, I think it was. Yeah. And you guys at that point had really just started turning up some subscribers, but you've grown now. And let's talk about some of that growth.
You bet. Yeah, so United Fiber, we started off back in about 2011 was when we started constructing, and a small area, about 5,000 passings of some of we're owned by an electric co-op, United Electric Cooperative, and looked at some of the areas that our members we knew had really poor service, right? They were over almost 90% of the area that we looked at was underserved. And so we went in, we applied for some ARA funds back at the time to kind of get us started, past about 5,000 homes, and not really knowing where it was going to take us. We're just trying to get a service out there that nobody else was willing to do. And so since then, it's been kind of a crazy progression. We started getting so much demand from like the surrounding communities that we either had poor or no service. We've continued to build from there. So fast forward today, we've built over 40 communities, just went over 24,000 subscribers on just under 50,000 passings. So it's been quite a ride over the last few years, and quite a great thing for the co-op and for United Fiber.
Yeah, and I want to talk about that great thing, because now you have more subscribers on fiber than you do electric, right?
Yeah, I believe we're the only electric co-op in the country that has more broadband subscribers than we do electric customers, and for us, about 3 times as many. We have about 7,500 members, about 10,000 meters on the electric side. And like I said, we just went over 24,000 and growing rapidly on the broadband side. We've been averaging here over the last few months about 700 per month coming online. So we're spreading that gap pretty quickly. And so, it's done a lot for us, though. I mean, obviously, our economics were very tough on the electric side. When you have, 2.5 meters per mile, that's a hard economic situation with fuel prices and inflation, all the things we know about copper prices. And it's really done so much for our electric membership as well, because it's taken the price pressure off. We've been able to bring additional cash back into the company, and while providing a service that's so needed. So it's really been a win-win situation for us.
And it's actually for your co-op members, hasn't it helped with the patronage, as they call it?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. We've been able to give over $9 million back in the last 4 years through our electric membership, whether that's through rebates, through we've taken our what's called our flat fee, basically our member availability fee. We've been able to take that off in December, to kind of help people with their Christmas timeframes and things like that. So it's been really widely received well by our membership. And so we're really excited about that, because it's really just changed the whole future of our company.
Now, you had some initial federal help to get going, right. But then since that, as you've expanded, have you needed that help, or how have you financed it?
Well, I will say at 2.5 meters per mile, and those aren't homes, those are just meters, right? So there's many of our areas where we're down to 1 or 2 homes per mile. So that federal funding has been helpful. Our original ARA award was around $21 million that kind of helped in that original footprint. But then, and since then, we've gotten some CAF money, some RDOF money, and helped us continue to build in those really high cost areas, which most of our areas are. But then the community builds have kind of been the thing that have also supplemented that, because, right, it's even at that low, even with some of the public funding, it doesn't do the full, it doesn't obviously pay for the whole thing and help you maintain it. But because we built all these communities that have needed the service as well, it's really kind of balanced out that cost per passing, that that revenue, and helped bring that in. And so it's really been kind of twofold. It's been a combination of the funding, which got us started, but then really the communities, and that piece is what's really made our company grow.
Well, and one of the epiphanies I had when I visited you way back when was that the operations aspect of this, it was different than any other network before because of the simplicity of it, right?
Right. We're full fiber to the home. So we were a greenfield. We started off, that way, and it made it great because we were originally in those areas. We were able to build on our existing electric poles. So that's the advantage of whether it's a co-op or a muni or whoever it is. Obviously, if you have those poles, it's much cheaper to build. You could build it a half to a third of the cost of what it costs to go underground. So that really got us started. But then when we go off of our network and into the communities, we typically do that underground just because of the time and the speed that we're moving at. But we definitely had some of those advantages by bringing that in. It's helped us on the electric side with some of like our communications between our substations, which was difficult out in these really rural markets because there just wasn't fiber out there. So it's really changed the face. I really think it's changed the future of Northwest Missouri because, like I said, by building over 40 communities, getting this out in those rural markets, and thankfully, when we've gone through COVID over the last few years, I don't know what our areas would have been like. I mean, our kids it would have been impossible to educate. It would have been impossible to work from home. And and even though it wasn't perfect, we didn't serve every single home, but there was enough of a footprint there that it really helped our area survive.
Switching a little bit to this show, any takeaways that you have from this conference?
It's interesting. I know we've always thought of NCTC as kind of our video source, right? I mean, and they've been a great partner in that. But I see them really getting into more services, and I know the theme is stronger together. But I've seen them rolling out more services. There's Connect Base. There's some other things that we've seen that's also helping us on the data side, and I think they're becoming. I see even a kind of a momentum building there too into some other services and areas that I think will really be beneficial for companies like us. That video is not an easy thing, right? We all know that, but they're putting together some partnerships, some things that really help us manage our business day to day, and like I said, we get good value out of.
Excellent. Well, Darren, it's always great catching up with you, and there's some sessions starting, so we need to get going. So
all right. Appreciate it, Ken.
Thanks.
All right. Thanks.